and a little self-care, because sometimes you just need to stop and rest and be nice to yourself, because the world will keep going without you. Busy, 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 busy. And I don't want to be so busy anymore. So maybe you'll join me in being peaceful and quiet. And thanks for your time. And I hope that you can decide that if you need it, to just take it. Turn everything off. Shut your door. Tell everybody to go away and leave you alone. I call it hibernating, because sometimes there are just periods when you have to stop. Yesterday, it was raining. Yesterday, I was cleaning and organizing, tidying, doing all the things. And I had set something up outside. I have this box that holds things outside by the grill, stuff like that. And I opened it up because sometimes it gets water in it. So I wanted it to dry out. Then I go inside and I get on a call because I'm learning about AI software. So I get on this kind of group call to learn about the new features and the new apps that they've released within the program. If you want to know more about that, I do have a link in the description for Radiant Creative Easy AI software. It's this really great, super simple way to make AI images. But anyway, I was on that call and the sky gets dark and I'm in the midst of it. And then it's raining and I'm looking out the window. I'm like, gosh, it's so beautiful out. And I go from one window to the next where I see that box. The box that I had left open so that it could dry is then filled with rain. So I'm like, oh no, I better go fix it. So I go hustling outside and I trot, kind of with enthusiasm to get over to the thing. Bam! I slide, play slip and slide. Do you remember playing slip and slide as a kid where somebody would lay out a tarp and pour some dish soap on it and you run and you do that? It was pretty much that, because it's literally a tarp that I put on the deck to keep the bottom part below dry. So I wasn't playing slip and slide on purpose. Busted my buns on the ground. Closed the thing. I was mad. I was complaining, and boy, I said some bad words. And it hurt, right? It really did. And so today is a Monday, and we've got some things going on business-wise, like there's some pressure. But I've decided to back out. I'm just going to wipe my hands of it. I'm going to let somebody else figure it out. And I decided to take a day to rest. Yesterday, I bought this chair at Goodwill for $24.99 and these pillows. And another time I'll show you the chair. It's a big chair. It's comfy. It's got an ottoman. I'm completely comfortable. And I've set myself up in my room, which is this ridiculously big bedroom. And I am making it into a total space of coziness, of safety, of hibernation, of silence, because it's what I need. And maybe it's what you need, right? I have a philosophy about stop, sleep, and save your life, which I've gone through before, of times where you just absolutely have to stop and sleep it all off because life gets just to be entirely too much. This is not that. I'm not that tired, but I'm also utterly and completely unwilling to go out into the world and deal with it all. I'm doing a program with Mel Robbins. You probably know who Mel Robbins is. She's amazing. I love her. I came across her sometime around this time last year, and I have learned so much from her and watched so many of her things. And she had a program come out in April called Mel Robbins Launch. And it's this incredible community of really positive people. There are some rules, right? No politics, no trauma drama, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. And so this community is all about not just toxic positivity, but about just really supporting each other, being a little bit vulnerable, speaking your truth, And we've gone through these 3 phases where she gives us a video every morning, and there's like a workbook that you follow. And it's been this incredible process of just sort of getting to know yourself, resetting systems. And it's been perfect timing for me because we just moved house. I just moved countries. Well, now it's been almost 2 years right now. But it's just an opportunity for a real reset. And today is the day that we start uh, the new project, phase 3, right? And so, of course, the ambitious side of me says, oh, phase 3, great. I'm going to work to finish to launch the business, my radiant creative, my branding business, which can help you if you need to do your branding, if you're ready to get online, if you're ready to get your presence out there, or if you already have a brand or a company and you are ready to renovate it, to refresh it, because let's face it, we go through periods of change like this is. And sometimes you just need to kind of like feng shui, where you have to move all your furniture around. Branding, I think, is kind of like that. Sometimes you need to tweak it, to refresh it, or sometimes to completely overhaul it so that it reflects the way you're feeling right now, which may or may not, it's likely not the same, likely not the same way that you were feeling however long ago you did your first round. And if you haven't started yet, now is your moment. But that's a sidetrack. So back to Mel Robbins' launch. The ambitious part of me said, I'm going to finish launching the business, get some work. And you know what? No, you get to pick your own project. You can do anything that you want. And I have decided that instead of that, because I'm going to do that anyway, right? I mean, as soon as I get out of this little bit of a quiet phase, I will absolutely just get right back to working. I mean, I'm taking like a 3-day break, get back to working on the business and getting ready to get everything launched. But in the meantime, for this next, we have 5 weeks left, I think, in the course. I'm not going to make my project be the company, or branding, or launching, or marketing, or ebooks, or anything like that. It's going to be self care. And we did have phase 2, and phase 2 was a group project of meditation, which was really great. And I did it some days, not all days. And it's about creating routines and morning routines and sticking to routines. And I finally have a real set of structures to my life. My drawers are clean, my closets are hung, my kitchen's organized. All of that external stuff is together since we just moved 2 months ago. And I just moved 2 years ago. And then I moved the 2 years before that, and the 2 years before that, and the 2 years before that, all to different countries and all to different places. Now I am going to use this Mel Robbins time for launch. It's my time for self care, for peace, for solitude, for quiet, for good baths, for incense, for all of the things that I think that I need, and also for journaling. I have done morning pages from, is it Julia Cameron, The Artist's Way? I mean, I think that came out back in the late 90s when I was young and ambitious and certainly seeking and searching a lot. And so I have done these morning pages for the better part of 25 years on and off. And now I'm going back to it. For a little while from January, I started learning Notion. And so I started doing it digitally, but it's not the same because otherwise you wake up and you start to get on your phone right away. And then notification comes in. And so then it becomes all digital, and that's not the point. So with my new $25 chair from Goodwill, part of what I'm going to do with this series is work on the books that I've been buying from Goodwill. I bought them first for decor for downstairs. We have those built-in shelves, and I saw some cute interior design girl that you take the covers off of hardback books, and then they have this beautiful writing, usually like in gold or silver against like a linen cover, which really makes for some pretty decor. But I actually only did it for books that I might be interested in reading. And yesterday, when I went, I found a bunch of books, and they're like $2. And there's something fun about that because I have always been a book collector, total book hoarder. Um, but with all of my moves, I've all of my books have gone off to other book lovers. So I am using Goodwill instead of going to Barnes and Noble like I always have and coming home with piles of books, brand new at $20 each. $2 and like 92 cents or something like that a piece. So I hope you'll come join me as I explore the books that I'm finding and the process of hibernation and release and relaxation and a little self care because sometimes you just need to stop and rest and be nice to yourself because the world will keep going without you. Busy, 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 busy. And I don't want to be so busy anymore. So maybe you'll join me in being peaceful and quiet. Thanks for your time. And I hope that you can decide that if you need it, to just take it. Turn everything off. Shut your door. Tell everybody to go away and leave you alone. Obviously, I got my kid ready for school and I dropped him off at school and I picked him up. And now he's in his afternoon homework and activities and things like that. And of course, I'll make dinner and do all of those things. But if you can find time for yourself to steal, do we have to steal our own time? But to go away and to find some quiet moments, as many as you can, to just be yourself, not necessarily a mom, not an employee or a sister or a friend, but take the time to get to know yourself now at this point. Thanks for watching.